Hey everybody, it's Coach Najee, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. My superpower, my one superpower, is being a masterful loser. My one superpower is being a masterful loser. Now, I've asked myself this question, what the heck does this have to do with me? It has everything to do with you. You see, in life, we're always trying to get to the next level. We want to move past the pain and move past the past, and we just want to go into the future, and we're on Instagram scrolling, and oh man, I want a Ferrari, I want a Bentley, and we're moving forward with the same mindsets. So I've done a lot of deprogramming for myself. And as we go through these videos, I'm going to teach you how to do some of that deprogramming for your own self. And that's going to require self-awareness. And in my self-awareness, I ask myself, what am I really good at? What am I extraordinarily, ridiculously fantastic at doing? I am amazing at scaring myself to death. I'm amazing at making things up. I'm amazing at being afraid. I'm amazing at sabotaging my entire life and all my progress and all my results. I'm phenomenal of creating imaginary scenarios that terrify me of the future, that terrify me of the past, and they terrify me in the now. I'm a master at losing my cool. I'm a master at being taken advantage of. I'm a master at giving away my things for free. My time, my energy. I'm a master at losing energy. I'm a master at losing sleep. I'm a master at losing in general. Why is that important? That's my superpower. I can get so honest with myself. It becomes a superpower. In all of that, my massive superpower is disbelief. Matter of fact, narrow-minded belief. I believed that I wasn't worthy for so long and so strong. I found the evidence. I questioned myself. The quality of my thoughts was, what's wrong with me? I'm going to find all of it out because I know something's wrong with me. I had list upon lists within my mind of why I couldn't do it, why I couldn't win, why I couldn't approach that girl, why I couldn't close that deal, why not me. I had every reason listed out, and my low self-esteem was validated by my own judgment. Excellent. Now what's the point? What's the point of me going through all of that? Well, I'm no different than you. And you have your own ways of losing. We keep asking ourselves, well, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I want you to think about this. What are you doing right? You see, low self-esteem is a habit. It's a ritual. It's a ritual that I've repeated over and over and over intentfully, looking for a certain result to prove myself right. And I prove myself right every single time. We keep asking what's wrong, but never stop to ask, what am I doing right? 100% conviction in my downfall. I bet it against myself. What's the point, Najee? Mr. Coach, what's the point? The point is that your low self-esteem is a habit. That's all that it is. It's a habit that's been reinforced in thought, in emotion, and in action. In thought, in emotion, and in action. Your low self-esteem is a habit. It has been physically hardwired within the brain. And judging yourself, talking negatively to yourself, telling yourself you can't do it, is all based in the evidence that you have collected. It's all based in your imagination. Think about it. You've got a reason for everything. Your low self-esteem is habitual. And when something becomes habitual, it's a pattern that becomes effective and efficient. Effective and efficient. Not believing, disbelief, putting yourself down has been practiced so much it happens unconsciously and automatically. That is my superpower. And when I recognize that as my superpower, I recognize my superpower is to co-create reality. Now, the only reason I even got into all of this was to raise my own confidence. And after all these years of studying, I remember, I think it was about year 5, and I started reading all this metaphysics. And it was like, it's back to me. What? I was looking for a cheat code out of the Matrix, and I was looking for some pill or some spell or something that was going to make me worthy, that was going to make me better. I pulled information from everywhere. This is what I did. I took information like these beads. I just took a bunch of information and linked it all together. So I was able to hit a lot of different subjects and not get stuck in one particular place. Watching dating videos. Oh man, look, he's doing it. And then I made up an excuse. Well, he's doing it because that's him. But he looks a certain way. Or it's that, my judgment. My judgment. It's a machine. It's habitual. It's a ritual. It's a pattern. It's a story. It's a story that I continuously practice. Your low self-esteem is nothing but a habit. And you believed it at an early age. I believed at an early age. Most of our synaptic inventory within our brain is formed by the time we're 5, sometimes 7. I believed it for so long, and I made excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, and I pulled in evidence of why I can't do it. And I co-created that reality. When I looked at the self-destruction and self-degradation that I engaged in, I said, wow, I created that. I found every reason to believe it. So, the secret to confidence is making it up. You see, the problem here is that we've practiced negativity for so long, it happens automatically and unconsciously. It has a ritual, it has a story, and it has its own little science behind it. It has its own little mechanisms, it has its own evidence. I didn't practice being confident. Every time I tried, we all exist in the now. And whenever anything happens, you can either allow it to work for you, see it as an opportunity or as a problem. And every time I tried, my own judgment locked me back into the box. And it told me I couldn't do it. It told me, see, you tried. You see, you didn't get it. It's because you're not good enough. Same story, same result. It didn't matter what I did. The storyline was always the same. So, in my superpowers, I recognized I was Satan, the devil, and God. I played that role of torturer day and night within my own mind. Anytime I tried, the voice said, yeah, go ahead. She's probably going to go with him anyways. Oh, you think you're going to get that? You didn't get it last time. You didn't get it in the middle school. Well, you definitely didn't get it then. Well, remember last time you tried? that dialogue, same story, same ritual, same science. Science is just evidence. There's a particular protocol that I'm going through. I'm inducing my own self-limitation. See, the thing about it is that we think our low self-esteem is real. We think it's so real, and we convince ourselves of it for so long, and we practice it for so long, and it happens unconsciously and automatically, and it's so overwhelmingly painful. We say, it's gotta be real. It's only real because you made it up. Some girl looked at you or some guy looked at you and laughed. In your mind, oh man, that's it laughing at me. I gotta be ugly. It's my nose. I used to be a bouncer on South Beach for 7 years. And the guy made a comment. He's like, no, don't say that about my nose. They used to call me roller coaster nose back when I was in 3rd grade. A bartender. 25 years old. 3rd grade. Roller coaster nose. Her definitions of reality have already been set. And we're thinking within this box. And we keep trying to expand the box and expand the box and expand the box. And we're trying to get some answers for ourselves. The answer is in the problem. In the problem lies a pattern. In the pattern lies a lesson. In the lesson lies a solution. So my problem was low confidence. My pattern was practicing low confidence behavior. So the solution was practicing high confidence behavior. And it blew my mind. Wait a minute, how do I apply the solution? What do I do? Well, through all my research, it tells me I'm a divine creator, that I'm a co-creator of reality. And my mind can't differentiate between what's real out here and what I imagine in my mind. So wait, why don't I make it up? My mind said, you can't do that. It's not real. You can't do that. It's not real. What is real? Wait a minute. What's real? I made it up anyways. It's my mind. It's my thoughts. It's my emotions. It's my actions. It's my evidence. I made it all up. I created an invisible prison for my mind to operate in. And I got to be the judge, the juror, the executioner, everybody. I had the final say, the last say, the first say, everything. Your power is a divine creator. That's what I recognized my superpower is when I hit rock bottom. When I failed out of college and gained over 150 pounds, was in a failing relationship and was just flat broke. That's when I recognized I created a world completely unfit to live. I didn't even like me. I didn't even want to be in my body. That's the world that I created. And when it all came crumbling down, tarot card number 16, the tower, we'll come back to that later. When everything came crumbling down, it forced my eyes open. It forced me to see my own power. And it was the best thing that could have happened to me because it allowed me to see my co-creation. It allowed me to see all the things I hated and all the things that I became. And I got to see my power. As a divine creator, I saw it. I practiced that story day in and day out. As soon as I woke up, anxiety, oh, I gotta be me. Rituals, same thinking, same feeling, same actions. The science, I have an entire structure, it's completely methodical. I have patterns, I have habits. So your low self-esteem is a habit that you're forcing upon yourself. If you don't want that anymore, it's about creating a new space. You have that power. You have that ability. You have that ability to create a new space in your own mind. by simply saying, I choose to. It's the power of choice. I choose to believe it. And I'm going to empower it until it becomes a reality. So my low self-esteem, my chronic low self-esteem, my continuous nightmare of being me was an illusion that I made up. And I continued to live in the pain of my own illusion every day until it broke down. And then I saw behind the veil, and I saw me. So how did I reverse it? I claimed my power. Once I hit rock bottom, I said, wait a minute, this can't be life. It's my life. That means I create it. I created it by my thinking. So guess what? I was using the software. Now let's look at it. This camera, the phone, the TVs, the computers, everything runs off software. No software, the device you're using is useless. And if that software has a glitch in it, or it's old, then guess what? It affects how the hardware works. So your belief systems are the software for your mind. Your low self-esteem, your low confidence, is that self-hate and self-destruction is an illusion that you just practice. And you have an entire story in your head of why you're not good enough. You made it up. So you get to claim your power right now. You made all of it up. And you had some help co-creating it too, because some little girl in middle school and elementary school, and maybe something happened with your mom and your dad and the environment you grew up in, and maybe your nose was a little crooked. You found all the evidence and you took it. You took it and you believed it wholesale because you wanted to fit in. You start negotiating with your own self-esteem. Oh, here's a quarter, but here's my self-esteem too. Hey, do you want this? Do you want my self-esteem too? You keep negotiating. We practice ritualistically giving away our self-esteem to other people to validate us. It's a habit that happens unconsciously and automatically on a day-to-day basis. So if you can give it away, if you're powerless, well, the only way to be powerless is to give it away, because your power is inherent. It's your own imagination. It's your own ability. It's your own self-esteem. So the only way for you to be powerless is for you to give it away. So that you can't be powerless because you have to give it. You're not giving a physical, tangible thing. So what we're really talking about is creating a new habit. And that new habit is called self-awareness. Allowing yourself to see what you're doing. This is a secret. The self-awareness, it's because you're looking on the inside with an invisible eye. The invisible eye is the eye of your imagination to see what you've co-created already. And when you start to look at what you've co-created already, in the pain, there's a problem. In the problem, there's a pattern. In the pattern lies a lesson. In the lesson, you create the solution. So your low self-esteem, my low self-esteem, shows us our story, it shows us our rituals, and it shows us the science. You want to see the science of how you do it. This is a perfect, beautiful pattern that you've mastered. And when you see that power, when you see that power to create hell on earth, you can create heaven on earth. The low self-esteem that you experience is simply a habit that's been drilled in by environment, parents, culture, religion, school, media, friends, work. These different places where we keep downloading information. We keep downloading information, and how we used to think yesterday forms our opinion of today. So your low self-esteem is just a byproduct of back then. And there really is no back then because it's now. You keep thinking the same way now. You keep making the same choices now. And you're going to act, well, what's the solution? You got to make it up. This is why actors have creative freedom. Because they get to move in and out of different states of being. They get to make things up because they gave themselves permission to change. That same moment, the same moment requires a little self-awareness. When you go talk to that girl, you go try to do that contract, whatever you're doing, you go try to make that YouTube video, you're going to do the same thing. It's going to be judgment. I guarantee you. And it's going to sound right because you said it. And you can't be wrong. So, that self-awareness is really telling us to step back and look at how we perceive reality. You're going to step back and see how we perceive. Start questioning your own thoughts. Start questioning the low self-esteem. You can question it. And it's going to give you all the evidence that it's always had. Because it's always the same stuff. It's just your life seen from a filter, seen through a keyhole. And that keyhole becomes the prominent perspective for your entire existence. So, my superpower is creation. Your superpower is creation. What do you want to do with it? I'm letting you know you have creative freedom to create again, to choose again. You have the power and the ability to choose every moment. Every moment. Every moment. If you think about it as a program, you'll catch the program. Because it's always going to tell you the same thing. Catch the program. Catch the program. It's invisible. It's in your head. It's going to talk to you. And it's always going to say the same thing. It's always going to tell you the same thing. Now it's about you developing your voice. What do you want to practice? What story do you want? What rituals do you want to create? How do you want to live? You have that power, divine creator. So it is my pleasure to introduce you to the you that you've never saw. The powerful, very powerful, creative, imaginative being. You are a divine creator. And when you start to anchor this into your heart and into your soul through repetition, because repetition for effect. When you start anchoring this in, you start creating a different identity and a different framework and a different perspective to see yourself from. It's crucial. Because this is a new mindset and a new behavior and a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, and you get to make it all up. You have complete creative control. You can start anywhere. You can do anything. But if you fall back into that voice, back into that habit, back into that pattern, back into that ritual, back into that story, you lose track of who you truly are. Before you start trying to do anything, just get brutally honest with yourself. And listen, seek the story of the program. Because that's all it is. It's a mental program in the matrix, if you want to think about it. The matrix of the mind. Listen to that story because it's going to tell you the same thing. Listen to it. This time, don't judge it. Or don't join in the judgment. Listen to what it's telling you. You will find something immensely powerful. And the thing is, a lot of times we want to deny our own pain. But guess what? We cannot run from it. Your soul is seeking to express itself, and it is going to one way or another. So right now, you have the opportunity to listen intently and ask it questions and become self-aware and that low self-esteem that you have, it's going to give you the keys to your own freedom, because you just got to listen to it. And when you listen to it from a different angle as a divine creator, and say, I created you. I created you. I created you, and I want to see what I created. I'm ready. I want to face the music, and I want to hear this. You'll be surprised. This is Coach Najee. Greetings and blessings, divine creators. We are on a journey to heal trauma, stop drama, end karma, so you can be unconditionally you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, email me at coachnajee@positivepatterns.org, and you can find me on Instagram at Positive Patterns. Later.